Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Update, my 1000 Days Challenge. This is day 939, so let's get things started. So on the weekly chart, definitely we are seeing a red bearish candlestick across the board for both the US equity and China equity, and very likely even for the crypto market as well for this week itself. So tentatively, the momentum is definitely shifted towards a more bearish sentiment and momentum itself in this coming week itself. So that's something to be clear of. So the coming week itself, I do think that we are more potentially likely to see further downside. So even though we have this moving average potentially acting as a support, but I don't think it's likely. You can see that it's crisscrossing it with no clear sign of support. So I would say that if we do break below it, very likely we will retest this 200 simple moving average on the weekly chart itself. So it's rising up. So I would think that somewhere along this green zone will perhaps be the area of support in that sense in the coming week, because it may take around 2 to 3 weeks in order to reach here in that sense. All right, and then moving along in terms of the Nasdaq itself, if we do actually have this kind of a failure pattern itself, in which case this could be this could be A, B, C wave, in which case we could have a further downside towards here. Here tentatively we did touch it briefly, so it tentatively supported, but of course you could have a shift of momentum while we have a higher low, and then we form another high again, and then we consolidate over here, and then we can have a very nice break towards the upside. That will be the most ideal case scenario, and something that I do want to happen, but bear in mind that is something that may or may not happen in that sense. All right, so if you look in terms of ASHRY, definitely is leaning towards a bearish sentiment with a break of a downslope trend line with this clear decisive break. I do think that very likely we are likely to reach at the very minimum 2730 or even towards this 2560 range again. So yeah. So previously over here, I think there's a very clear sign of support over here. You can see support, breakthrough, quickly supported, breakthrough, quickly supported itself. But it could actually also be over here as well. So slightly around 2630, it could be a very strong supportive region in that sense. And then for KWAP wise, we have a lot of support lines that have been drawn. Looking in terms of that, I do think that very likely we will reach this 2670 region itself, depending on how it reacts. That could potentially be a good area to enter value-wise, for even a long-term investment-wise perspective. And then finally for Bitcoin itself, so I did put a buy limit order over here. Reason being is on the weekly chart, I do think that we have further downside, but short-term wise, I do think that we have a very swift push to the downside. Very likely we have a very nice potential bounce. So I'm putting in terms of entry buy limit order over here, with a stop loss right below here, and then with a target profit over here. But that's not a hard target profit limit, I would say. So if I do see along the way that I do see strong rejection, then I will either push this to break even or just close half the position and then choose to move the stop loss to break even point itself. So that's something that how I manage this trade itself. All right, with that said, I've come to the end of today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop by your comments below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.